Back to my channel Data BI SQL. So in today's video, right, we will continue with the part 4 of Data Analyst SQL interview questions. I have already made 3 videos on this in the last couple of weeks, so I request you guys to go and look at that. I urge you to look at part 1 because that's where I created the tables, inserted the data into the tables for restaurant management system project. So we are doing a project where we inserted the data, created the tables first, inserted the data, and now we are trying to analyze the data, various data by going through certain scenarios and then kind of possible interview questions out of the scenarios, right? So just copy the create table and insert table script from my part 1, copy it in Postgres, execute it. That will give you the same data and table that we are going to go through. Okay, so let's get started. Right, so the table that we are going to cover is the one that we covered in the last video as well. That is a reservation table, which is basically the customer, how many reservations has the customer made on a particular date and what was the party size. Okay, so the question that is being asked here is, so there are 2 questions. Okay, the first question and then there is a sub question within the question 1. So basically what they are doing is they're asking us to extend, they're asking us to add another clause to the question 1 query, right? And also come out with an answer for question 2, right? So let's just look at question 1 first. So calculate the average party size for each month of 2023, right? So basically what they are telling us is each month means for each of the month, right? Reservation date. What is the average party size? Okay, this is very important because see, average and count is different. Okay, count means simple count, like we covered in the part 3. If you have not looked at my part 3 video, I encourage you to go and look at that. Okay, so that is simply a count. The average is that was a count of reservation. Okay, so for reservation in August, the average is basically you're taking an average of party size, right? So what is the average for month of August? If you see there are 4 reservation, party size is 5 plus 2, 7 plus 6 is 13 plus 4, 17. 17 divided by 4, right? That's an average. That, I mean, simple calculator, right? So that's basically around 4.1 or something like that, right? 4 into 4 is 16 and just a little bit 4.2, right? 4.25 probably, right? So that's how you take an average, right? So we will use an average function in this. Okay, so let's just get started with the query. Select, okay, average party size for each month, right? So here we are going to use the same thing that we used in the previous video. So that's why I'm saying that look at the video 3 also, right? Part 3 also. So in a Postgres, in order to extract the month, right? We need to write this clause. Okay, extract month of reservation date, right? Reservation date is where it's because they're asking us each month, right? Party size, average party size each month of 2023, right? Extract as we can say month underscore s, okay, as an alias, and then they are saying take an average. Okay, so average is the function that is being used for this. Okay, so that is party size. Okay, as AVG party underscore size. Okay, so now what we need to do is basically, so let's continue with the query. Okay, so from reservations, right, table reservations, and then since we use the average, which is again aggregate function, we need to use a group by clause. Okay, so group by month underscore reservation. Okay, so what this will give us is it will give us the average party size for each of the month. Okay, it's not month of, month from. Okay, just remember that. So here, as you can see, for the month of 8, it was 4.25 like we guessed, right? So let's just do order by also to clean up this, right? I mean, we want to make sure we are presenting the data in a nicer way, in a good sorting format, right? It's very important for interview. Okay, so now we have 8, 9, 10, 11, right? A month, okay? Now, does this data look good like the present table? No, right? So basically how you want to do is you want to round it up to certain decimal, and 2 decimal is the industry standard. So what we'll do is we'll do a rounding. So how we need to do it? There is a round function. Okay. So round, and we want to round this entire average, right? So then how many decimal point? 2 decimal point, right? If you want to round it by 3 decimal, you can put 3 here, okay? So what this will do is it will round the value that you get here by 2 decimals. So it will round by 4.25, okay? So now if you run this query, see the data looks much cleaner, right? 4.83, 4.54, right? Okay. Okay, that's the first answer, okay? Now move to the second question. Out of the output from question 1, show only those months which had average party size of greater than or equal to 4.5. Okay. So what does that mean? It means that the output we got, right, only show those months which had average party size of greater than or equal to 4.5, right? So in this case, where is the greater than or equal to 4.5? 10 and 9, right? They are saying greater than or equal to, okay? Just pay attention to that. You cannot exclude this because it is equal to also. So this and this should come, right? 9 and 10 should come. 8 and 10, 11 will drop out because it's less than 4.5, right? So in this case, what you do is they're asking you to apply the filter on the group set that you got, right? Not on the each row, right? Remember that average party size. They're saying average party size. So that means they are asking you to filter out the data out of this. So what you will do, you will use a having clause, okay? Having average party size greater than or equal to 4.5. Okay. So if you run this query, does not exist. Having, okay. So probably we'll have to use this. Looks like it's not taking an alias. Okay. Yeah, now we got it. So in this case, so in group by, it did take the alias in order by also, but in having looks like it is not accepting alias, and you need to use, right, whatever is the round function you use, you need to use that, right, because it is rounding on that. It is not taking the alias, so you use the this function that you use directly here, and you come out with the data. Okay. So what we did is we put a filter on a data set, right? I mean, just remember that if you want to put a filter on the grouped data set, use having. If they are asking you to put a filter on the row level data, right, then put it in the where clause. Okay, that's the difference between two of them. Okay, so if we run this whole query, we are getting the data, right, that they are looking for. So what we have covered in this, we covered the extract, right, which we covered in part 3 as well. We covered round, how to round the data. We covered average function, right? That average of the party size, right? And then obviously, since we used the average function, we used group by, and we used having for filtering it, right? So we covered 4 to 5 concepts in this particular example. Okay. Uh, so I hope this video was very useful to everybody. And if that's the case, right, please subscribe to my channel. Please like my videos. It takes me a lot of effort to come out with this concept. And mind you, this the average count sum function, definitely they will ask you. Okay, I mean, because we use it every day, we need to know how to use it. We need to know how to filter the data using where, having, right. So these are kind of, I would say, the basic concepts that data analysts need to know. So I would say that please practice this at your home. I have given create and insert script in part 1. Down, just copy paste that, execute it in the Postgres, and then just practice the query on your own, right? I mean, that's the way you will learn. You will say month, right? Like just like how what happened, like this month of reservation day did not work because SQL Server it works. Okay, so you will go to net, you will search, and then you will figure out, right? I mean, how to do it. That's the way you will learn, and then you can come and look at my query and match your answer. Okay, if there is a better way to do it, please let me know in comments. I want to make it interactive. We all can learn together, right? So thank you so much, guys. Talk to you next time.